Can you hear me? No? No? Want to go check that again?
And I don't know what happened to the lyrics on here. They disappeared.
They disappeared.
Recording got changed.
Well, welcome. How the heck are you? Boat race weekend and you're here. I think that's pretty amazing. This is more fun for me anyway. So, can you hear me now? Is this good? Are we good? Can't hear me still? Am I okay? We're good? I think we're good. I think we're good. You good? We're good. While Phil's on his way back up. So excited for today. There he is. Yay, Phil.
Hello. Hi. Yeah, no, we played Footloose. I'm Free, Kenny Loggins. Cool song. I don't know what happened to the lyrics, but there you go. Who knows? How's everybody doing? Not seeing everybody's bright, cheery faces. We've been busy this week. The last couple of days. We had Andrea's memorial service, and then Hannah's wedding yesterday. And
it was lovely.
Yes, it wasn't out in the heat.
No.
So.
I didn't make you wear a suit.
No,
I know. Thank you. That was awesome. That was awesome. Was it a wedding recently that I had to wear a suit? It was.
Yes.
Yeah. I haven't worn a suit for a wedding in a couple of decades at least. So, yeah.
He looked really nice. I posted a picture of him if you didn't see it.
That's right.
Ask me and I'll show you.
More church bulletins that were probably done in error, I'm guessing. The pastor would appreciate it if the ladies of the congregation would lend him their electric girdles for the pancake breakfast Sunday morning. I'm just suspecting that's a mistake. The low self-esteem group will meet Thursday at 7 p.m. Please use the back door.
No. Would you turn the slide on since you're right there? I turned it off for the video that we didn't have lyrics for.
The 8th graders will be presenting Shakespeare's Hamlet in the church basement Friday at 7 p.m. The congregation is invited to attend this tragedy.
Literally true.
Literally true. We do have a couple patron saints, though. We have a couple patron saints.
We do?
You know that?
I did.
John Lennon and George Carlin.
George and John.
And for anybody online that doesn't know who either one of those are, you're obviously younger than anybody here. No, not anybody, but yeah, look it up. They were awesome people, both of them. And John said, when we say war is over if you want it, we mean that if everyone demanded peace instead of another TV set, we'd have peace. Yeah. And George, it isn't fair. The caterpillar does all the work and the butterfly gets all the glory. Probably true. The love of life is necessary to the vigorous prosecution of any undertaking. You know, these are old, I mean, some of these,
So
this
what
one was
was
from
it
1700, so, you know, they talk differently, but still good.
So say that again.
The love of life is necessary to the vigorous prosecution of any undertaking. They use words that we would not use today. So.
But love of life.
Yeah.
Passion for it.
I know. People often say that this or that person has not found themselves yet. But the self is not something one finds. It is something one creates.
There's truth to that.
There is some truth to that. Oh, if you are sailing in the Strait of Messina and come upon a castle floating in thin air, you are seeing an optical illusion called a fata morgana, which only occurs where there are alternating warm and cold layers of air rising from the surface. And you've seen that phenomenon probably going down a hot highway in the summertime or something like that.
Back in the days when
we had no air
we
conditioning.
had no air conditioning in the car, the heat waves coming off the highway. Do you remember that? Yeah. I have no idea. I'm right here.
Friendship that flows from the heart cannot be frozen by adversity, as the water that flows from the spring cannot congeal in winter.
Ooh, true.
Who in his pocket hath no money? In his mouth he must have honey.
Gotta sweet talk your way into that.
Sometimes. Whatever works. What do you call the dumbest fish in school?
Suckerfish?
Dinner. Why did the marsupial from Australia get fired from his job?
Sleeping on the job?
Because he wasn't qualified.
Oh.
Why did the cowboy buy a dachshund? Because someone told him to get along, little doggy. Why did the cow cross the road? To get to the other side.
Utter side. Oh, man. Utterly ridiculous.
Utterly ridiculous.
That's a good.
So we have
Stuff.
after church today, we're going to celebrate Claudia's 90th birthday. Yay. Claudia. So stay tuned for that. There's treats to be had with that, I'm sure. And there's a card circulating. If you haven't found it yet, please sign that card.
And there's the salad and stuff.
Salad and stuff.
From the
There's some
wedding.
From
other
yesterday.
things from yesterday, so it'll be fun. Feasting and fun.
Yep.
There's not much else going on this week, I think. This is next.
Yay.
So
That would be nice.
the new August calendars are out in the back if you want one of those. Mark has something going on. You want to tell us about it?
Yeah, it's a Sunday fun day crafty thingy.
Sunday
Five
Fun Day
ways.
Crafty thingy. He needs a microphone. Bring him up here.
It's
Get on up here, boy.
okay.
Get on up.
You're too shy.
Oh, you're too shy.
Okay, it's at my place.
That's
Oh, he's just going to show his back.
It's tonight, okay, at 6:30. We're gonna have some light refreshments that we provided. My address is here, it's gonna be back there, you can take a picture of it. It won't be nothing if you don't come, okay? So, we can paint rocks, birdhouse gourds, or little pots. All the stuff will be provided. We got, a nice fire pit there and s'mores, fresh plum smoothies, a watermelon with seeds courtesy of her. She's gotta have the seeds in it, but I guess it's not
They taste
GMO.
pretty good.
So anyway, let's gather, love, and pray for some stars tonight. You know, the personids are out there.
Yeah.
And if it could blow that stuff away, we might get a gift.
Thank you.
Cool.
And he has a wonderful piece of property, beautiful, should be quite lovely, no matter what the weather is.
Right.
So it's back here to take a picture.
Yeah, take a picture of that so you have directions and stuff because it's a fur piece out, but it's worth the drive. So we have a guest speaker for you today. I am delighted to share with you somebody who's going to share some really cool insights and inspiration for us. So give a big Divine Fellowship welcome to Joe Montgomery.
He has a similar last name to you.
No,
No.
they're not at all similar.
Not at all.
Hers is
Maiden
mine.
name.
Original one.
Maiden name.
Original.
Can I hook you up?
Sure.
This one goes on right now. The little dot has to. Try that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear
Loud
you.
and clear.
All right. Assume the position. Do you want me to take these and hand them out when you tell me to?
Yes. All right. Janice asked me to give a talk on the subject I'll be covering shortly a few weeks ago. But the history is that several years ago, Jan and I took a class in Seattle called Silva Mind Control Method. Have any of you taken that class or read the book? There's several. Oh, all right. There's, okay.
We used to have one in Kennewick too.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So it included guided meditations, discussions of brainwaves, which I love, thinking styles, and training to become more intuitive and creative especially for diagnosing and healing illnesses, but also in knowing things that we physically shouldn't know. Like you could use it to find out where you could drill for water, or in Texas they use it to find where to drill for oil. Or if you lose something, you could know where it was. Sort of, I'm not sure what the word for that would be.
Dowsing.
Like divining or dowsing, something like that. So I like the class and I like the meditations, but I really wasn't very interested in dowsing or diagnosing and healing illnesses. So I didn't do too much with the information. But I've used their centering meditations on a regular basis, and I think it's really good. So recently I was just glancing through one of his books, and I discovered some new ways to use the method that really hadn't been covered in the class, but are really useful and important. And I was talking over breakfast with Jan about these approaches, and that's what she invited me to talk today. All right. So to begin with, it's obvious that we all have to use our brains to gather new information, to make decisions, to learn new things, consider alternatives, to think and act logically. And we're trained from a young age to do this. But this is all left brain kind of activity, and it's logical. It uses beta wave thinking, about 20 cycles per second. And it doesn't all tap into our right brains, which are intuitive and creative. So through our education system in this modern world, we kind of systematically discount or don't use our intuitive side. Now, if we do engage in right brain thinking, we have to be more relaxed. Our different type of our nervous system is involved. Our thinking drops down to about 10 cycles per second. So it's a much different approach. It's like we do a meditation and then we can access the creative side of our brain. Now, Jose Silva, who developed the Silva method, believed that when we were in contact with the right side of our brain and doing that alpha kind of thinking, not only are we in touch with the creative part and the intuitive part of our brains, but we're in touch with our spirit guides and our higher power, which communicates much more easily with that right side of our brain. So today I'm going to introduce a simple method to use for problem solving or being more intuitive that taps into contacting and getting support from our spirit guides and higher power. Okay, Jose Silva he started his career in the early 50s, and his father died when he was very young, so he had to work to help support his family. He never had formal education, but he was a super smart guy. He taught himself to read and write and became very educated through teaching himself. Early on, I think in middle school, he developed a radio repair business, which just kind of went crazy and was very successful. And he earned so much money, he was able to support his basically psychological research and programs, like pollution or education or poverty. Our role on earth is to correct problems and assist him or her, or assist the creator in this ongoing creation process. I really like that as a way to think of our purpose, assisting the creator in the creation process. Silva came to believe that our spirit guides or higher power, he called us a spiritual support team, have been assigned to us individually to help us in our progress. One thing about the spirit guides is they are not limited by time and space. They have access to a lot more information, which they do, Jan.
Can you click it on?
Not that I can.
That's true.
There we go. All right, so they're not limited to time and space. They have a lot more information than we have. They're very creative and intuitive. And they're also a lot more smarter than we are. So if we can tap into their assistance, really the sky is the limit on what we can accomplish. We believe that we communicate with our spirit guides through alpha wave based thinking. It's basically using information on the left side of our brain to communicate with them. I'm sorry, the right side of the brain communicates with the spirit guides. And he believed that spirit guides are more inclined to help us when we are doing something that moves the creation forward, or we're doing something that helps other people as well as ourselves. So he believed that if you can meet the following criteria, you're really likely to be able to enlist the spirit guides in helping you. So whatever solution you're trying to reach or decision, it should help everyone involved. There should be no losers. Right? That makes sense? The solution to the problem should be within the realm of feasibility, of reality. The solution should help more than one person. If you ask for guidance or help to just become rich, I mean, may not happen very much. You have to find some way that you're helping others as well. And the solution or the answer to your question should help make the world a better place. So if you can do those things, get those things lined up, then you're much more likely to get your spirit guides to help you. In addition, he felt that before we ask for help from our spirit guides, we need to have given it a good shot. I mean, try to solve this on our own. So we take responsibility for whatever we're trying to decide or resolve. And once we reach a spot where we're stuck, then we've shown good faith effort. He really believed the phrase that God helps those who help themselves. All right, so I'm going to talk with you about the 3 screens technique, he called it. Now, I've used this technique in a number of ways. I'm starting to develop a coaching business related to the pickleball playing that I do. So I've been using it to help decide how to move forward in my coaching business. I've used it to help decide how I can become a better pickleball player. I mean, that sounds pretty mundane, right? But it's been actually very helpful. Reach a point I don't know what else to do. I don't know how to improve. So I go through this process and I get a lot of really creative ideas. And it's really been moving me forward. And as I improve, I'm better able to help other people through my coaching. So it's not just benefiting me, but it helps others as well. Let's see. I used it to help write a newsletter on how to use your parasympathetic nervous system to improve your sports performance. Right? I know that sounds really super boring, but I didn't know. I wanted to write about this, but I didn't know what to write. And this technique really gave me some really good ideas to write. I use it to help decide what type of motorcycle I want to ride. And it's been very helpful. Couldn't figure out on my own. Really, I like the one I have. I have a Bergman scooter, a 650cc scooter. Really meets all my needs right now. And I came to realize I don't need any more. So this technique can be used for reaching decisions about things or resolving problems. And initially, I had sort of set idea of how it should be used. But as I began researching this for the talk, I realized that was a very limited view of how you can apply this technique. So as you'll see, I applied it to an area it never would have occurred to me to apply. So by volunteering to do this talk, I got tremendous benefit from it. All right, here's a three screens technique. Step 1. During the day, select a problem or an issue that you would like to resolve that you've been struggling with and haven't had much success. Something you're going to...
handout, you don't have to take notes.
Right, no notes.
Oh, okay. Taking.
Nobody was taking notes anyway.
I was.
She was. Oh, good girl. I'm a compulsive... And Sue, some of us are compulsive note takers. All right, so select the problem or issue that you want to resolve during the day. And you're doing this with your left brain. So you're thinking beta, 20 cycles per second thinking, logical, but you've identified a problem that you've worked with and you want to resolve. Set it aside and you don't do anything further with it until you go to bed that night. When you get into bed, then you relax deeply, maybe do a meditation, You relax your muscles. You can also count backwards from 50 to 1 or 100 to 1. They teach that in the Silva class. After you've counted backwards from 100 to 1 in bed, you are in alpha state. Your brain is numbed. You're not thinking about anything except you've been counting. You're very relaxed. You're not ruminating about this. So you have to get into that alpha state so you can communicate with your right brain and with your higher power. All right. So then with your eyes closed at this alpha level, imagine a screen in front of you, 2 or 3 feet in front of you, and on that screen, you visualize the problem that you want to deal with. You create a picture of it, all the details, the factors, what it is that you've been trying to solve, and you make a mental picture of that. Right. When that's done, then you mentally shift about 15 degrees to the left. And now you create a second screen. And on that screen, you create a picture of all the things you've been doing to resolve that issue yourself. Now, maybe you've been taking classes or seeking help from others or reading, doing research. Whatever it is you've been doing to resolve the problem, you picture that in that second screen. Clear with all the things you've been doing. Now you shift and make a third screen, 15 degrees further to the left. And on that screen, you imagine what it's going to be like when that problem is fully resolved. What is the end state that you desire? And you picture it. Picture what it's like for you, what's happening in your life, what are the implications long term, and picture how resolving that issue or that situation is helping other people as well. And the more people you can cram into that picture, showing that it's helping them, you're enlisting additional support. So you've got those 3 screens that you've created. Right, next step. Now you take those 3 screens and you mentally submit them to your spirit guides or your higher power, whichever appeals to you most. So it's like you mentally you download them to your spirit guides and you say, I've reached my limit, I can't move any further, and I'm asking for your help in getting a resolution to this problem or issue. And then you go to sleep. You've basically offloaded it onto your spirit guides. And you go to sleep having faith that you will receive the assistance that you've requested. All right, the next step. Now you wake up in the morning believing that the answer or answers, and it could be very simple, it could be very complicated, is on its way to you. That your spirit guides are actively formulating a response for you. Now you might wake up with the answer on the tip of your tongue. It's popped into your brain. I mean, that would be nice if that happens, but that may not happen. It may be that you have to look for the answer in the world around you. So, because they don't often communicate in clear words, you may, just by synchronicity, you will come across things that answer the issue. Like you might read an article in the paper and you realize that there's some information in there that provides the answer that you needed. Or chatting with a friend. They say something and you realize that's part of the answer, or that is the answer. Something may come up on the radio, a song, or just, we've all had these things where messages come to us that are sort of unexpected. But now we have to actively search for them or be aware of them, because if we sort of blissfully go about the day, the answers may be provided, but we've missed them. So we have to be actively looking for the answers. I've often found that when I wake up and take a shower, answers come when I'm taking a shower or walking the dog. When you're relaxed and enjoying yourself, they're less likely to come if you're doing some intellectual activity, which is using your beta thinking. But the more that you can be in more of the alpha type of state, the more likely you are to receive that answer. So let me give you an example of how this has worked for me. For a number of years, I would wake up every morning at, say, 3:12 a.m. Why 3:12? I don't know. I woke up every morning and I'd be worrying about things, projects or activities I was involved with. I would wake up worrying how they were going to go, or what was I going to do, what was the next step, or just I would feel anxious about things. I had all these topics, and my brain would just spin and spin. I'd be trying to figure out what to do. I don't know if any of you have experienced that. I bet many of you do that too. So I tried to take action. I tried taking supplements like magnesium. It's supposed to help. There's various things you can take to help you sleep better. Didn't work. I tried meditating before I went to bed. I tried sleep hypnosis. I read some things on how to improve your sleep, the research articles. What else? I've done some talks on internal family systems, where there are parts of you that actively talk to you. And I had concluded that really there was a dowsing rod kind of approach, but interspersed, there's all kinds of really useful applications that were really taught in our class. And one of those short little paragraphs stuck in, it said, you can use these 3 screens technique to solve personal problems or deal with personal issues. Never thought about doing that. I was using it to find a motorcycle, but maybe I could use it to figure out why I'm not sleeping at night. So I tried it. The next night, I visualized waking up at 3 a.m. and all this worry and thinking, that's the current situation. Second screen, visualized all the things I'd been doing to try to sleep better, a big list, and made quite a detailed picture. And the third screen, I pictured going to bed at night, closing my eyes, and just sleeping soundly, waking up refreshed and happy to see the new day. I submitted it to my spirit guides, asking for how do I get there? What can I do? Because nothing else has worked. I've tried really hard. So I woke up, I slept the whole night after doing it. First time in years. I woke up the next morning believing that I would receive a solution. It didn't immediately appear. It didn't happen when I was taking a shower. So I was chatting with Sue about several of my friends. And I thought, it just hit me like a ton of bricks. That's me. The things I'm laughing about these other people, I am that. I am a worrywart. I'm worrying too much. It's not those individual things I was worrying about, projects or decisions. Whatever I would resolve, new ones would come up. There was an endless supply of things to worry about. The problem was I was being a worrywart. I think I subconsciously felt that by worrying, I would make myself safer. I'd be more successful. But whatever, I was the worrywart. That was the issue. So, okay, now what do I do about that? It was a real epiphany. So there's another technique that I'd like to talk more about. Maybe we don't have time today, but it's where you contact your spirit guides and you ask them for help changing something about yourself. Now, I hadn't realized, I was just reading through one of these Silva books and they talked about doing that. I had no idea. It would never have occurred to me in a million years. You contact your spirit guides and say, I admit that I'm a worrywart and I can't seem to do anything about it. I'm asking you to change me. Make a change in who I am in that aspect of myself. And it will help other people. I'll be more present for my friends. I had some things, I felt like it would be a benefit not just to me, but others as well. And with this technique, you believe that it's, why wait? You believe that it's done instantly, that they're willing to do that for you. So as I came out of that meditative state, I'm thinking, I'm no longer a worrier. I think positive thoughts, engage in positive actions, and I no longer am a worrier. Then I slept through the night and I woke up and realized I'm no longer a worrier. Sue's been making jokes about that. She says, you're not a worrier, now you're a warrior.
All right.
It's just, That's very impactful. Someone who's worried all his life, and now I feel like I don't have to be a worrier anymore. So Jan has prepared a guided meditation to walk us through these three screens technique. And we'll have a chance for you all to practice it. And we have a handout. So there's several steps in the process. It's pretty simple, but I thought it wouldn't hurt to have, I always like to have it written down. Sir.
Yeah, just a quick point here. That's amazing that the spirit guides talk with Alpha. Okay, that's what you do. Just you ask the spirit guides and they answer. Where I'm going to meet you at Alpha. But anyway, Alpha is 8 to 12 hertz.
Yes.
And, Progressive Chiropractic made a device called the Alpha Stem.
I have one of those.
That does the brainwave entrainment in
Yep.
Alpha. It's for anxiety to calm you. However, you can do something called brainwave entrainment with the frequency generator in that Alpha mode. And heck, you're going to meet your spirit guides.
It'll help you meet your spirit guides.
Yes.
As a prerequisite, really, it seemed like a little thing, but it explains why visualization and just thinking about it doesn't work very well. You've got to get into that alpha state.
And if you train your brain waves in there, it may help you, because I have an experience that sometimes it's just hard to put yourself there by yourself. I tend to ruminate.
I can understand that. Did you want this back?
Sure.
So he's talking about technical aids to help get into alpha, and I think it's very useful. It can be very useful.
I'm sure you'll have other questions and things you need to chat with Joe about. He'll stick around for a little bit after service and chat with you, or what? Thank you.
Before we move on to the graduation,
Meditation first, go. Come on. There we go. All right, so I'm real excited about this meditation because I did it for myself and it worked like a charm. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to this beautiful garden. I'll tell you what we're going to do and then we're going to do it. We're going to go to this beautiful garden. We're going to create the 3 screens. We're going to give them up and then you're going to receive a symbolic object. Okay? So go in if you can. We're going to do a relaxation process to start with to get us in that state of mind. But start right now with a situation you'd like to have resolution for. So can you just take a second and pick something? I don't want you to ruminate about it, but just here's a situation that I would like to find some other answers to. Okay? Sound good? All right, let's begin. Mr. Phil, would you dim the lights, please, sir? Thank you. So let's begin with a breath. Just taking a breath in and exhale. And allow yourself to just be here. Allow yourself to be a human being, not a human doing in this moment. Bring your attention to the bottoms of your feet. There's energy portals at the bottoms of your feet. And by bringing your attention there, those portals open. And any heavy energy of worry or fear or distress or anxiety or even pain in the body can just drain out the bottoms of your feet. The key is let go. So let that stuff drain out. Now this is a 2-way portal. And as things are draining out, you can also receive and draw up this grounded energy from the earth. So bring that grounded energy up and anchor it in your heart space. And continue to allow anything that is unwanted in your systems to just drain away. Just let it go. It's okay. Now bring your attention to the top of your head. There's an energy portal there. This energy portal is always open to higher source. It's always open to your spirit guides and angels. It's always open. When we are busy franticating about things, it narrows down and we tune it out. By being present and being aware, that will open up. And more connection can happen. So allow yourself to just be aware of that. Notice that connection is expanding. And then above your head is many, 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 many portals. And these can be of any various different colors. And you'll be drawn to one today that is just right for you, that can support you right where you are, doing just what you need in this moment. Maybe it's the blue portal. Maybe it's a green portal. Maybe it's copper colored. Or maybe it's platinum. Or maybe it's just sparkling energy. Whatever you're experiencing is what is right for you. And as you tune in and tap into that, then the living light of love from higher source is going to flow through that portal and bring to you more of that colored energy. And it'll flow into the top of your head. And as it flows into the top of your head, it touches your mind. As it touches your mind, it can clear away worries. Worries can just fall away and they'll fall out the bottoms of your feet. Distresses, concerns, just allow that to be there. Clarity will take place. Peace will happen. Allow this to touch your eyes, the occipital lobes in the back of your head, your third eye, and there's discernment centers right over the top of each eyebrow. That whole circuit is about how you see and perceive your world. Allow divine light to guide you in perceiving your highest and best good. Now allow more and more of this living light of love to flow in and touch your mouth, your ears, your throat. This is your truth circuit, where you can speak your truth, you can find your truth, you can hear your truth. You can hear somebody else's truth. If it doesn't ring true with you, it's okay. Let them have it. You don't have to change them. You don't have to fix them. You don't have to do anything about that. You just know your own truth and walk in your own truth. Speak your own truth with grace and peace. Letting more and more of this living light of love flow into your heart space. And it touches your heart, moves out through your body, out into your arms, out into your legs, and down into the earth. Send this beautiful energy down into the earth. It feels lovely to be a conduit of this divine light, this divine love. And now gently close the bottoms of your feet and you become a vessel of this light. And let this light touch every organ, every system, every tissue, every fiber, every cell, even out into your aura, so that you are filled with light and you are surrounded by this light. And with this anchoring and with this healing energy, with this bright light of love, we're going to take a little walk in our imagination. Allow yourself to find your way to a beautiful park. Perhaps it has manicured gardens. Perhaps it has green grass and walkways, places to sit, beautiful trees. Maybe there's a pond or some sort of water feature. Allow yourself to go and sit on the park bench near this water feature, whatever that water feature is for you. As you're sitting on this park bench, allow yourself to visualize the situation that you had in mind earlier, that you chose. And see it for what it truly is. And now create a second screen. And in this one, notice all the things that you're already doing. Give yourself some credit. You've been working on this. Allow yourself to see what you've been doing. Powerful stuff. Right? You're not exactly where you want to be, but you know where you want to be. So that third screen, now bring where you really want to be, what that's going to look like, how you can be of service to others, how you can be blessed, what that's going to feel like. Bring that into clear vision into that third screen. And you may not know how to get there yet. And that's okay. Grant yourself grace about that. And now we're going to take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, you're going to send that off to your spirit guides and let that just float away, fade away, and know that your spirit guides are working in your behalf to assist you. You don't have to know the answer. You just know that the answer is coming. And as a result, your spirit guides are going to grant you a symbolic object, and they're going to place it on the park bench next to you. Take a look. What is on the park bench next to you? What do you see? It could be something funny. It could be something interesting. Could be something totally different. You don't have to know what it symbolically means. Just know that it has symbolic information for you. And receive that with deep gratitude. And allow yourself to step up away from that park bench, feeling renewed, rejuvenated, and hopeful. And allow yourself to walk back through the park, back into this time and space. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Wonderful. Good job. We'll talk about that here in a second. We're going to do communion. And then if you have any questions about your meditation, I will be happy to share that with you. I want to share my result with you. When I did this for myself, I was looking at some health issues that I've been having. And what was on the park bench next to me was a dump truck toy. And it was like, okay, I get to have fun, but I also get to let go of things that are no longer serving or blessing me. So that was fun. So more to come on that. Our Bible verse today, I just love this. Of course, I went on a deep dive. I'm not going to take you there, but I thought it was absolutely hilarious. This is Matthew chapter 7 and verse 7. Ask, and it shall be given to you. Seek, and you shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened. For everyone who asks receives. He who seeks finds, and to him who knocks it shall be opened. That's what we are just doing right here. The seeking part, now first of all, we ask. Ask ourselves, what we're doing when we put this screen up, we're asking ourselves, what limiting belief is happening here? And God will give us insights. And then we seek for the next step. And we pay attention, and then we can take that action. And the knocking, this represents for us, hello? This represents for us, there's our part to do. And then it shall be opened. That's God's part. So we have a part to do, and God has a part to do. And your meditation, this 3 screens process will help us move into a place where we can access that information. So with that, let's do communion, shall we? Lord willing. And that. Got it?
Nope. Almost had it.
Here.
Thank you.
Lord willing. There we go. Join us in prayer, would you please? Loving Spirit of Light, as we take this in, help us take in the truth of your willingness to help us. Help us to take in the insights that you are sending our way. Thank you for the Spirit guides. Thank you for Jesus, the Ascended One. In his name, amen. Well, you did pick a difficult one. Or did I pick it? I picked it. My fault. Join us in prayer again, please. Loving Spirit of Light, as we drink this in, help us to drink in the guidance that you are sending our way. Help us to drink in the truth of it. Help us to drink in the insights and help us to act on it. Thank you. In the name of Jesus, the Ascended One. Amen.
Stop.
Ta-da! Happens every time, every day, every week. This about this time.
Yes.
So you know what it's for. We've got a building and everything. Keep going.
We got some parking lot repairs that are essential here. So anybody have a question about their meditation? Yes, you want to do the microphone, please? Lynn.
What I received, of course, my issue is how to get the motivation to get the story done. But what I received.
Move is a 4-letter word not to be spoken in polite
That's
company.
true. That's true. I received a silver colored rose.
A silver colored rose. Okay.
Yeah. And what was interesting is I was taken to Manitou Park in Spokane to the Rose Garden.
Oh, nice.
And
Nice.
it's a beautiful water feature in the park itself. So anyway, that's where I went and that's what I got.
So rose is one of the highest or the highest level of energy. She's pointing at you. The highest level of energy of the flowers. So this is really high energy. Silver is very reflective. So reflecting on the value of the conclusion. I'm going to feel so much peace when this is done. This is such a gift to myself and others. This is going to be such a blessing to Ron. We won't have to pay for those storage units anymore, that sort of thing. So reflecting on that is going to anchor that motivation to grant yourself peace. A peace rose.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
it does. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Any other questions? Behind you, straight behind you. Was this fun? Did you get the 3 screens? Wasn't that awesome? Didn't it feel good to just have that hope arrive? Wow.
Okay, so I quite often don't get the usual things, and this is the case.
Of course.
I was asking you about a health issue, and what was left on the bench next to me was something very indiscernible. It was like this gray, lumpish, indiscernible, almost like you mashed up a whole bunch of clay or something and just set it there.
Okay.
Is it?
So here's the thing with clay. What do you do with clay?
Well,
You make something with it.
okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you play with it. So you become creative. So accessing your creativity is going to help heal your body.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. Because I was like, what
Yeah,
is that?
that's interesting.
Yeah.
Too fun. Too fun.
Right?
I mean, because you can make anything, but it's that creativity. Access is a part of our being that is a very healing aspect of our being. Yes.
I brought Lonely into this, and there was quite the light show. I really liked that. But I got a pink scepter.
A pink scepter.
Yeah, it reminded me of Hannah Montana, but that's what I got.
Okay, so pink is the color of unconditional love. And unconditional love is the highest form of love ever. It's also the most challenging because it's love granted without any expectations. The key with that is that, how do I say this? there may be a part of you that requires and desires a mutual respect, a mutual connection. And so just giving or being the giver is not what this is about. Unconditional love does not have a requirement attached to it, but you as a human being can have limits. And the scepter is taking that power, taking your power back. You'll be treated with respect. You'll be treated with honor. You'll be treated with love, just like you're given it. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else?
Got a white feather.
A white feather. Oh my goodness. So, two things are coming up with that. Do you consider yourself a writer? Because, okay, the white feather, generally speaking, is angelic presence, but it also has to do with putting down your thoughts, your emotions, your insights into words onto paper. And whether you give it to someone or you don't, this writing is a tool by which spirit is going to communicate with you. Have you ever heard of automatic writing?
Yes.
Okay, so this is utilizing that spirit connectedness in order to write a love letter to yourself, perhaps. Does that make sense?
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And we have one up here. Could somebody bring the microphone up? Thank you. All the way to the front, of course. We're all the way in the back.
I had copper for the metal,
Copper for the metal.
and then my gift was a big peace poster with a big peace sign. in the
A peace
middle.
sign.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So the copper energy is powerful energy. This is one where it grounds out negativity. So this allows you to stay grounded, being rooted and grounded in faith, that kind of thing, just locked and loaded. And the peace symbol is knowing that spirit is going to open the doors for peace for you so that you can not only receive the peace, but be a peacemaker.
Thank you.
Powerful stuff. Powerful stuff. Anybody else?
I thought something else on the white feather.
You got something else on the white feather?
Yeah. What I thought was that journaling would be extremely beneficial. She would receive insight from her spirit guides that she could access through her journaling.
You already do journal, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. I got a clipboard.
A clipboard.
It was green and kind of see-through.
Okay. So,
Exactly.
not to share any secrets or anything, but sometimes the ADHD brain needs some written guidance. So, but this is also, I'm feeling for you, this is about, because it's green, it's very healing and supporting of you. This is to write what you've accomplished and check it off. Write your list and check it off. Give yourself some freaking credit because nobody else does. Got it? All right. Anybody else have any other questions or comments? Paul, all the way in the back. We're jumping around today.
Yeah, good exercise, good exercise.
Not for me. I'm sitting still. If anybody online has a question, I'll check with you.
I was given like a gold key, like in the Wizard of Oz, a solid gold key lying right next to me, like
A solid gold what?
key.
Key.
It's like the Wizard of Oz, they have that golden key.
Okay.
Made out of solid gold.
All right. So this is, Sue, you want to take the microphone from him? This is, doors are opening. And here's the thing with this process, forcing doors open isn't going to work. allowing divine source to open the door for you, then you're going to walk through. Let God do God's job and you do your job. Okay. So your job is to stay open and stay aware and notice. You're going to look for openings. And when those openings show up, then you're going to have the courage to walk through because that key has already opened the door for you. Make sense? All right. Yes, Joe.
I got a gold medallion sitting next to me on the bench with sort of an ornate.
Oh, cool. Gold medallion. So this is like a medal of honor.
Yeah.
And this is asking you to honor yourself for how far you've come and for all that you do. So as you honor yourself, then others can honor you as well. And it is that self-honor that opens the door for you to be the teacher that you want to be, for you to be the instructor that you want to be. Make sense? Okay, anybody online? I'll try to get to you after services. We have a birthday today. Where's the card for? You've got it?
Everybody signed it.
If you haven't signed it, we'll get it to you later. But where's the card right now?
The card.
Oh, it's in the back already? All right. So we just want to say happy birthday, happy 90th birthday to Claudia. Yay! What a beautiful example you are to us. Thank you so much. We're going to do an energy circuit for the folks online, and then we're going to do our energy circle, and then we're going to have cake. So rub your hands together really, really fast, bringing that beautiful energy from divine source into your heart space, from your heart space to your left hand to right hand, back to your heart space. And this completes this circuit, and you'll feel this energy flow. This is divine energy. It wants to help. It's longing to help. We just get to let it, right? So with that, receive that beautiful energy into your